It was a hot Tuesday afternoon in Georgia. The sun burned high, the air heavy and sticky. In a quiet neighborhood on Pinecrest Drive, Danielle Rivers was folding laundry in her living room, humming along to an old R&B tune playing softly on the radio. Her daughter Ari was coloring quietly on the carpet. Her son Malik was stacking Legos into a tower taller than his head. Danielle was gentle, soft-spoken, graceful, and the kind of mother who held things together, even when her husband David was gone. David was a Navy SEAL. Missions classified. She never asked. She just stayed strong. Then bang, bang, bang. A violent knock shook the door. Ari screamed and dropped her crayons. Malik peeked through the blinds. "Mom, there's cops out there a lot." Danielle wiped her hands, confused, anxious. She opened the door slowly, and chaos exploded. 3 officers burst in, guns drawn. One shoved her back. "Get down. Hands where we can see them." Danielle froze. "Wait, what? I haven't done anything. My kids, please." They didn't care. One officer yanked her wrist, slammed her to the floor. Another pointed his weapon at Malik. "That's my mom," he sobbed. Ari dove under the table, screaming, "Don't hurt my mommy." Handcuffs bit into Danielle's wrists. Blood, bruises, her head pressed hard to the floor. "Please, please, you have the wrong house." But they didn't stop. Not until a voice crackled over the radio. "Suspect located on Maple Street. Repeat, wrong address." Everything froze. One officer cursed. "Damn wrong house." They uncuffed her. No apology, no help. "Mistake, ma'am," one mumbled. Then they walked out. Like nothing happened. Danielle stayed on the floor, her arms bruised, her heart crushed. She picked up her phone with shaking hands. "David," she whispered, crying. "They came. They hurt me. In front of the kids." Silence. Then his voice, calm, deadly. "I'll be there in 12 hours." The next morning, before sunrise, a black SUV pulled into the driveway. David stepped out, in full SEAL uniform. Tall, steady, eyes like steel. He didn't knock. He walked in, hugged Danielle and the kids. Danielle broke down in his arms. He didn't shout, didn't scream. Just one question. "Do you remember their faces?" Malik did. Every one. Ari remembered a name, Officer D. Sanders. David nodded and stood up. By noon, he was downtown. Not with fists, but with something sharper. David wasn't just a SEAL. He had connections, judges, lawyers, military brass. He made calls. Within hours, the story hit the news. Innocent black woman assaulted in wrongful police raid. Danielle's bruises were everywhere. People were outraged. That evening, David walked into the precinct. Calm face, strong voice. "I'm here to file a complaint against Officer Sanders, Beck, and Hall. My lawyer is ready. We have video." Turns out, Malik had recorded it on his old iPad. The video went viral. By morning, crowds held signs. "Justice for Danielle." The chief tried to calm it down, called a meeting. David arrived in a suit, lawyer beside him. "We want apology, suspensions, and charges for unlawful assault," the lawyer said. The chief wiped sweat. "We'll investigate." "No," David said coldly. "You act. Now." Silence. 3 days later, Officer Sanders was suspended, then fired. His partners followed. A public apology aired live. Danielle stood beside David, stronger than ever. Her kids held her hands, smiling. The mayor called. The governor promised training reforms. But David wasn't done. He filed a civil suit. And they won. A big one. Danielle used it to open Safe Routes, a center for women and kids in crisis. Donations poured in. Volunteers lined up. Even the same department that kicked down her door sent officers to help. The story became a lesson. You never know who someone is, or who they're connected to. And when you hurt the wrong woman, one phone call can change everything.